I forgot I'm not allowed to be happy. Hello there, everybody. Sabanai2, aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Higurashi Kai Minagoroshi. In the last fucking episode, Oishi's dead! Everything was going so well, and I knew it was coming. I knew something bad was going to happen, and what the fuck happened? Okay. No, let's just keep going. Let's just get right into the pain. Hit me with your best shot! It's after 8 p.m. now. Mion ordered some noodles for us, her treat. We also ordered some food for the 4 officers, and we all ate together. Aww. We're supposed to call it a night as soon as we talk to Oishi, but he's still not here. However, we're all relaxed because we think they'll get here soon. It's getting late. Once they're in Hinamizawa, there aren't many places to get something to eat. I'm sure they're having a quick dinner before they come here. However, the 4 officers seem to be anxious. They don't know how long they're supposed to be here, and they're starting to worry about their own families. They're hoping that Oishi will bring other officers so they can go home. They called the police department, but all they said was that Oishi is heading here now, and we should wait because he will be here soon.
He's late.
I'm sure he's stuck in traffic. It's rush hour.
Those officers have been here since this afternoon, right? They must be tired now.
I know. It's too bad that they don't even know when they can go home. Shall we patrol outside so they can get some rest? We can use Satoko's traps to prevent strangers from coming here. That would actually be very grateful, I think. I hope the traps work.
Oh, good thinking, Shion-san. But think about it. This is our house. We already have several traps set around this place.
Oh, good!
Really? We should be careful when we're playing here.
Now that our stomachs are full, everyone is back to a relaxed mood. We're not supposed to be so relaxed, but we're feeling relief, knowing that Oishi will be here for us soon. But he's late. He said he'd be here in an hour. Mion says he might have gotten stuck in traffic, but I'm sure Oishi was considering that. That's why he told me to take him about an hour. It's been 1 hour since the time Oishi was supposed to get here. I want to believe that he's getting something to eat on the way, but I'm starting to feel worried. Oishi still hasn't shown up. It's almost 11 o'clock. The officers are completely exhausted. They're starting to smoke cigarettes outside. My friends are getting tired too. Satoko is yawning. It's way past our bedtime. Everyone else is getting tired and sleepy. We've been spending our time watching TV and reading comic books. I can feel my fear succumbing to the sleepiness. The day is almost over. I'm going to survive the day I'm supposed to die. Does that mean that I escaped my deadly fate? No. I have to fight endlessly from tomorrow on. I was going to discuss that with Oishi. Since he's not here, I don't know what to do from this point. Suddenly the phone rings and breaks the silence. Is that Oishi-san?
Hello, this is Furude.
I'm sorry to call you this late. This is Komiyama calling from the Okinomiya Police Department. By any chance, is Detective Oishi there with you?
No, we've been waiting for him for a long time.
I see. We'll send you other officers, so will you tell the officers there to leave once they're there?
Okay, so where's Oishi?
We got a call from him earlier this evening, so we thought he should be there. He was supposed to send those officers back to the department as soon as he got there. We were concerned because they're not back yet. We're as concerned as they are, but I can't complain about anything to this guy. I hang up the phone and give the message to the officers downstairs. Everyone is paying attention to my phone conversation.
I wonder what's going on. He is way too late.
Maybe he ran into some important case to take care of.
He would have called us if that was the case. He told us that he was on his way. I think he would call us if something was going on.
Was he attacked by Tokyo? No way. But if they're really as scary as Rika-chama told us, that might be a possibility. He probably had something to take care of. I bet he forgot to call us. Remember, he's a tough guy. No one can take him down that easily. I wish he would get here soon. Satoko yawns. Everyone laughs, but some of them are trying not to yawn themselves. We can't stay up forever. Once the new officers are here, we decide to call it a night. I'm sure I've survived past the time I was supposed to die. That's probably because the police were protecting me. Perhaps both Takano and the mountain hounds are also on my side, and they took care of the murderer. I don't know who is changing my fate. Maybe my fate is still not changed, and I'm going to get killed soon anyway. I don't know if it's because of the police or because of the mountain hounds, but the only thing I know for sure is that I'm still alive. Soon I hear someone walking on the gravel of the shrine yard. Someone says it must be Oishi, but I doubt it. I don't want to expect him and be heartbroken. I'm starting to think like Hanyu. Good evening, I'm Komiyama. I'm from the Okinomiya Police Department. It isn't Oishi. Two of his fellow detectives are here. They're going to stay downstairs and let the 4 officers go back home. They also tell my friends to go home. We'll stay here to protect her, so please go home. Your family will be worried about you.
Thank you so much, everyone. The detectives are here, so I'm okay now.
Are you sure? We'll stay here tonight if you like.
I'm fine. Besides, I don't have any extra pajamas and blankets for you guys. See you tomorrow, then. We'll try and stay with you as much as we can from now on. How about we do the club activity here after school?
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, my floor might break with all these people.
It might really break. Well, Rika-chama, we're going home now, but be careful. Do not be alone in the dark.
I'll be careful. All right. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Am I really going to see them tomorrow? I have no clue. I've tried so many things over the past 100 years. I've done many things and I have memories of most of those things. That's why I feel so scared on the day I die. This is the only day that I have no memory of. I don't even know if I'm getting closer to or farther away from my death right now. All I know is that this fear is going to continue until I find some kind of solution. As I start getting ready to go to sleep, Satoko suggests that I should sleep in my regular clothes rather than in my pajamas. She thinks I should be dressed just in case someone tries to attack me in my sleep. It sounds ridiculous, but she's just trying to be considerate. I decide to do what she tells me to do. Satoko seemed so sleepy until a few minutes ago, but now she's passionately explaining to me the traps she set inside this shrine. She assures me that strangers will be trapped if they try to sneak inside this property. It sounds like she's trying to brag about her traps, but she's just trying to make me feel better. After everyone is gone, she realized how scared I looked. Satoko's kindness, and everyone's kindness. I feel it was the right decision for me to talk to my friends, even if that is not going to change my fate.
Rika?
Anew shows up again. She still looks upset, so she probably still thinks that I could get killed any minute. But I'm actually starting to feel a little better. I might get killed tomorrow, but I feel like I can rest safely, at least tonight. I'm concerned about the fact that Oishi didn't show up tonight. But the other detectives are here instead of him and guarding downstairs without sleeping. As long as they're here, I think I'll be safe tonight. What's wrong? Are you hungry? I didn't eat anything sweet today. Do you want me to drink some juice? She usually gets excited when I suggest drinking some juice, but not this time. Her face is pale, as if she's not alive. Something is obviously different. What's wrong?
It's almost time.
It sounds more like a declaration than a prediction. Even Hanyu doesn't have a memory of my death, There's no way she can tell when I will be killed. However, she sounds so certain. Perhaps our cells can feel it. They understand my fate more than I do. I was just feeling optimistic. But my hope is starting to drain, as if I've got a hole in my boat. No. Don't be taken over by this emotion! I have to believe. It's okay, Anew. I'm going to fight. Even if I get killed tomorrow, I'm not going to die tonight! Anew makes a devastated expression. She's silently telling me that my pitiful hope is going to push me down to a hopeless world. I stare at Satoko as she continues to brag about her traps. If I'm getting killed now, Satoko won't be safe either. I quickly interrupt what she's saying. Are you telling her to hide? The time is now 1 a.m. This is not a big city. 1 a.m. in Hinamizawa is the middle of the night, and the darkness is deep. Oh, wait. There is light leaking out from the first floor where the detectives are, but everything else is pitch black. The moonlight seems so subtle tonight. It's time. 2 detectives are downstairs. It's been more than an hour since the light went out upstairs. Awaiting orders to attack. You have permission to engage. This is a beautiful night. Beautiful night to start killing some children. You think they pay us enough to kill children? The money doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, you're right. We're kind of scumbags like that, aren't we? Shall we terminate the detectives? Yes. Everyone in the Furude Shrine will be demoned away tonight. That's fine. Attention, Otori! Execute the mission. Terminate the 2 detectives. You do not have permission to fire. I repeat, you do not have permission to fire your weapon. Attention, Yugyuso. Otori is executing the mission. Shut down the phone lines. Roger. We're shutting down the phone lines. They've already worked on the phone lines just in case she tries to contact the police during the attack. That's what Oishi happened to bump into. Let's start this thing. This is Otori 1. Be prepared to enter. Terminate the 2 detectives on the first floor and the 1 companion on the second floor. Do not leave any evidence. Do not fire or use any gas. Use the taser. Remember, they have guns. Do not let them fire at you. Oh wait, that was Okanogi. Whoops. Come on, don't embarrass me, Okanogi. I'm just doing my job. Otori 7 and 8, move forward. Backup teams, secure the perimeter. Roger. We're going in now. The 2 men in uniform start slowly walking toward the building. Their uniform is gray, so it's not blending in with their surroundings at all. However, it's not as suspicious as real camouflage suits. They look suspicious enough creeping up to her house like this anyway. They can see light leaking out from the door in the middle of the day, and they also hear the voices of the detectives here, so this is like in the middle of the day. Rika usually uses this sliding door to get inside the house. The door is locked, but the mountain hounds have prepared a spare key long ago. They put the key in the keyhole, but it won't go in smoothly. They're sure it will make some kind of noise. They'll find them as soon as they try to turn the lock. They must rush inside and attack them in one swift action. Otori 7 and 8 look at each other. This is Otori 7. We've arrived at the target location. Waiting for your order. This is Takano. Make it nice and clean. Go ahead. Roger. We're proceeding! Clack, clack. He turns the key in a hurry and opens the lock. By the time the detectives turn around, the door is already open and the 2 men are stepping inside the building. They aim their weapons at the detectives while they're still turning around. The first 2 seconds are the crucial part. The detectives collapse with a minimum of noise. There are needles stuck in their bodies, and those needles are connected to the attackers' guns via wires. The weapons they have are not regular guns, they're stun guns in the shape of firearms. Instead of bullets, it shoots out an electric needle and electrocutes the victim to make them pass out. It's supposed to be a non-lethal weapon that allows the shooter to capture the victim without harming them, but their tasers are modified. They start walking up the stairs as soon as they confirm the detectives are no longer breathing. The next moment, they hear a loud noise upstairs. This is Otori 10! Our and her companion have noticed us! They just jumped out from the 2nd floor window! They're running toward the forest! Attention! Attention, Otori 4 and 5. They're heading your way. Capture them! Roger, let's go! He spots the two girls and starts after them, but then he suddenly steps on something hard. Pow pow pow! There's a cheap exploding noise and the area is filled with smoke. It's the trap Satoko set using firecrackers. Good job! It was a good idea for her to use firecrackers. The mountain hounds duck down thinking that they're under fire. That gives Rika and Satoko a chance to escape.
Who are they? Are they the organization from Tokyo that you were talking about?
I think so. Just run! They'll kill us if they catch us!
Why are you talking like that?
Just shut up and do it! What's going on? What was that noise? The Sotori 5, there was gunfire. Ours escaped. We'll continue the pursuit. Shit! They were just some firecrackers. Damn it!
It must be Satoko-chan. She's pretty good.
What? Hurry up! Don't let them escape inside someone's house! The Sotori 18 have spotted the target. I need some backup. They know this area very well. If we don't get them now, they will definitely lose them. This is not a game of hide and seek, it's a game of tag. Several men in uniform are chasing after Rika and Satoko. They're not stupid enough to yell, wait, and waste their energy. This is a quiet, deadly game of tag in the middle of the night.
Huh? Where are we going?
Let's split up and get away from them. We'll meet at Mii's house. Her basement will be safe and we can contact the police from there. Satoko didn't know that Mion had a basement in her house, but she won't ask anything about it under these circumstances. She just nods. Bang! The next moment I feel my left foot catch on something and I fall down to the ground. I must have tripped on a rock or a piece of concrete.
Rika?
Go, Satoko! You'll get killed! But Satoko won't go on without me. She comes back to lend me a hand. I stand up without her help, but this cost us too much time. Those guys have almost caught up with us. I don't know what to do. Satoko sees him and quickly reacts.
Ah!
She runs toward him and kicks him with all her energy. Her foot lands right in the guy's face. I wish I had a camera right now. But there are two more guys catching up to us. I see them clearly now. They're the gardeners from the landscape company. They're wearing the same uniforms Okanogi is always wearing. They are the mountain hounds! Now I know for sure that Takano was the culprit. Now that I know that, I can do something about this in my next world. But if I die now, will I lose my memory again? I can't die now. I need to survive so I can keep this memory. Satoko takes something out from her pocket and throws it at them. They're balls of sand or something, and it irritates their eyes. However, it can only buy us a few seconds. Good job, Satoko! Oh god, I'm still stuck in the Morgana there. Oh, okay. Satoko tries to escape, but she freezes up as soon as they aim their weapons at us. It's the stun gun shaped like a firearm. Since she doesn't know that, Satoko thinks it's a real gun. Knowing that she'll be shot if she turns or runs, Satoko tries to attack them. There are 3 of them. There's no way she can defeat them, but her mind is not working right. She has a 100% chance of dying if she tries to run now. Then she might as well fight back because she might have a 1% chance of beating them up. I can see that she's determined to save me, even at her own expense. But I can't stay in this world if it means losing Satoko. I'm dying anyway. I'd rather die and save Satoko than lose her. But part of me is also raising its voice. If I don't survive this, I will lose this memory. If I die without this memory, this life and everything I've learned will all be wasted. Should I escape and leave Satoko behind? That's right. I should use this experience to my advantage in my next life. I should just let go of her in this world. No way. I'm not going to do that! But I know in my heart, there's no way I can beat these guys up. I'm sure their backup will be here if we take our time and fight now. Should I fight them for her? Should I leave so I can confront my true enemy? A. Leave Satoko and keep this memory. B. Save Satoko and lose this memory. Satoko! Satoko's bravery gives me courage. If I leave her, I'll lose my energy to defeat this fate. I don't care if I lose my memory. It only took 100 years for me to get this information. I don't care if I have to spend another 100 years in the same June. I can't leave Satoko! Satoko! I'm fighting too!
Rika? I told you to go!
I realize something. They're only aiming at Satoko with their guns. They have a reason why they can't shoot me. So I stand in front of Satoko to protect her. Just as I expected, they put their gun down and tried to get to us without their weapons. You guys are the mountain hounds. So Takano is behind this. I'm so stupid. I know who you are, but I chose not to run. I'm not going to run, even if you're going to kill me now. Someone told me that fate can be easily broken like a thin piece of paper. They must think that this is my final speech. They let me talk until I finished. You guys are pathetic. That's why you can't kill me! The next moment, one guy falls on the ground. It was Keiji! Oh my god, yes! It was Keiji who ran toward him and kicked him from behind. Keiji kicked him right in his back and the guy is squirming on the ground. Eat that, fuckface! The other two guys try to retaliate, but they're too late. Mion grabs one of the guy's arms from behind and flips him down to the ground. It must be some kind of martial art. I've seen a move like that in an action movie. Rena tries to push the other guy with all her power, but she's not strong enough to take him down. He tries to aim his gun at Rena. Rena did what she was supposed to do. All she had to do was get his attention. Shion sneaks behind the guy and fires her stun gun into his neck. Yes! Oh my god! Oh, this makes me so happy. The stun gun makes a snapping noise and the guy falls down on the ground. Wow. Kasai told me that this was illegally modified. This works well. Shion, get to this guy too! Hey bitch, you ready? Oh god! Are you guys okay? That was close! It took us time to catch up with you because you ran so fast. Oh my god, they were in hiding?
I'm glad we stayed. We were waiting out here. You mean, you stayed out here without going back home? Yep. I saw someone very suspicious staring at the shrine when we were leaving.
I'm surprised you saw him in this darkness. Rena has really good eyes. They decided to watch him without confronting him. They followed us as soon as they heard the sound of firecrackers.
I never expected to be saved like this.
We can't stay here any longer. What should we do now?
We were trying to get to Mion's house. You have a basement there?
Oh, the underground shrine storage. That will be a perfect spot. We also have some weapons inside that storage.
Shh! Don't say that out loud.
Anyway, I think that's a good idea. There are several secret underground paths, so you can really fool the enemies.
Let's hurry up! They're still after us!
We can see a white van approaching us at a high speed. It's obvious that the car belongs to our enemy. The car stops not too far from us and more people in uniform come out. There are at least 6 of them. If we all run, the slowest runner might get caught. So we should take them down right now. I don't know if they have a license, but Mion and Shion know how to drive a car. We can take the van and get away from here. There's 6 of them. That's perfect. Let's beat them down and take their car.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's go and get them! The mountain hounds were ready to chase us. They had no idea that we would try and attack them instead. Ren is always the first one to make a move in this kind of situation. She is so determined once the decision is made. She immediately targets one guy and punches him in the nose. Ha! Another guy tries to kick her from behind, but Keiji kicks his side as hard as he can. Hey Rena, watch your back!
I'm sure you've got my back, Keiji-kun. Thank you.
I'm so curious about how you were in Ibaraki. You don't even hesitate to attack people. And you don't even hesitate to use an illegal stun gun on people. They won't try and approach Shion because of a stun gun. They realize that she has a very dangerous weapon in her hand. Come on, bitches, you wanna go? Shion has one guy completely frozen. It's fortunate that these guys didn't have any guns with them. They have no weapons to counter Shion's stun gun. Satsuko attacks the guy from behind. She chokes his neck with a jumping. Oh my god! That is fucking brutal! I love it! And then Shion quickly attacks him with the stun gun. What am I doing? All I can do is run around and try to get their attention. They are all after me. They want to catch me more than anything else. But that leaves them open to attack from my friends. Keiji quickly attacks one of the guys who are trying to catch me. I think we have a chance here. We may not be able to take all of them down, but we can try and find a chance to escape to their vehicle. I thought they were really strong, but they're not that tough.
That's just how strong these club members are.
We are fearless. The club activity is all about losing hesitation. We all fight together. We can win this 6-on-6 battle. If any of us was not here, they would have caught us. We would have been dead. If I was left alone earlier, they would have all been killed by now. We can do it. We can make it. The guy Shion took down with the stun gun start to wake up. The other guys that were knocked out are also up and chasing us again. We have to get out of here. I can't just be running around. Fine. Let's see what I can do.
Rika?
Anew, I know you're still pessimistic. You stay there and see what my stubbornness can do. I'm going to change this fate. I'm going to do it now. I'll show it to you right now. All right, everyone. We're going to finish this. Take down whoever's in front of you. Then we're going to take their car and get out of here.
Yes, I'm going to do this.
You go, Rika-chan! Let's do this! We attack 6 of the mountain hounds all at once on Keiichi's signal. Everything slows down and I realize that I'm trying to change my fate right at this moment. However, the time slows down even more and it eventually stops. What's going on? It's as if the film is cut off in the middle of the movie. It feels like time has stopped. Anew, what is this all about?
The time has come.
What? Why? Anew points at Keiichi with a sad face. I finally realize something. Some of them have realized already. Except for Keiichi.
Keiichi? What's floating in front of your chest?
What do you mean? Huh? What is this? Time stopped, just when Keiichi was getting ready to attack the guy. Then he realized that something is floating in front of his heart. It's a bullet, isn't it? It is a silver metal cone. That's the first thing I can think of.
No, Keiichi-chan?
What the hell is this? Is this a bullet? It's obviously a bullet. It stopped about 15 centimeters away from Keiichi's chest just before it entered his body. That's right. Once time starts moving again, it will slam into his chest. It's too late. Once time moves forward, Keiichi will die immediately.
Who shot it? Those 6 guys didn't have any guns!
Look! Over there, by the van! Satoko can't point at the van, but time has completely stopped. We see another person by the van. There were actually 7 people inside the van, not 6. That person was the one who fired the bullet. We totally didn't see her. It is someone we all... Takuno. It's Takuno. It's Takuno-san. She shot the gun! She shot Keiichi-kun? In the frozen world, Takuno is smiling, still aiming her gun at Keiichi. Takuno was watching us from the van. He came out and fired the gun, knowing that we didn't see her at all. I see. So Takuno-san was the bad guy. What are we going to do?
Kei-chan, can't you try and twist your body so you can avoid the bullet?
Don't be stupid! Time has totally stopped! I can't move at all! You should move your body as soon as time moves forward again. That might make a difference. Everyone is getting desperate. However, we can't think of any idea to save him from the bullet. Keiichi starts to laugh because we're so desperate. I don't know what's going on. We can't help this. Once time starts moving again, I will die. Even if I don't die, I won't be able to help you guys anymore. So, listen. Just give up on me. Just think about defeating those enemies and get inside of that car. No. You can't die. I don't want to lose you. Anew, are you telling me that this is my fate? Are you saying that I can't defeat this?
It's okay, Rika. You won't remember this. You won't.
No. Kei-chan is not going to die. Stop it, Mi-chan. Let's concentrate on taking them down. Keiichi-kun wouldn't want us to stop and stay with him. Oh god, I wish I knew who was talking. You're right, Rena. Guys, take care of Rika-chan. Get out of here and contact the manager. I'm sure they killed Oishi-san. That's why he never showed up. Listen. Promise you will survive. Promise me. Keiichi. Rika-chan, I'm sorry. I'm the one who told you that we could change destiny, but I'm going to have to retire. It's the familiar voice of Takano's laughter, but this is the scariest laughter I've ever heard. Are you ready to let go of your life now? Takano-san, don't you think that we've lost? Don't you think that we've lost? So you're ready to go now, huh? The silence ends and the noise of reality comes back. The explosive sound then hits Keiichi full on. I see Keiichi collapse in front of my eyes. He falls down on his back while his blood splatters all over. Then he stops moving. Everyone is shocked. We try to take down the enemies in front of us, but more enemies come after us. We try to struggle as best as we can, but there's no way we can fight against all these adults. I do my best to fight them off, but they pull my hair and pick me up like it's nothing. I hear everyone's painful screams. Our unity and strength is shattered like glass. The debris of the glass is lying sadly on the ground. Takano's annoying laughter is still echoing inside my ears. This is Takano. I've taken care of it. I need what I told you before. I also need someone to clean up all the bodies. We need 5 bags for the bodies and some water to clean up the area. Got it? She needs 5 bags? My body freezes up, but time won't stop this time. Takano laughs and points her gun at Mion's head. You're kidding! I've always wanted to see the tattoo on your back. I'm going to take a look at it later. Go on if you want to! It's nothing special! Oh yeah? I think I'll enjoy it. Stop! Don't shoot her! Rena screams, but Takano shakes her head. I have to kill her. You see, I'm a terrible person. She's the leader of the club, so she needs to go first.
Oh. Stop.
There's a dull noise and Mion's body jerks. We all try to break free from the men restraining us as she calmly shoots Mion. However, they're too strong and all we can do is squirm like bugs. Takano is enjoying watching us struggle. Takano then starts walking towards Satoko. However, Shion starts screaming at her with vulgar words. Oh, you want to be shot before her? You could have stayed alive a few more seconds if you were nice and quiet.
Stop, Shion-san! Don't agitate her like that!
I know why she's doing that. Shion wants to protect Satoko as long as she can. She's trying to do what Satoshi told her to do. Takano doesn't care about Shion's feelings. She steps over Keiichi's body and walks towards Shion. I know now. You killed Satoshi-kun, didn't you? Isn't that the truth?
I don't like giving out secrets, so I'm not telling you.
Is there fan art where Takano gets decapitated? I would appreciate that. Shion's body jerks. There was a dull sound of a gunshot again. How could a dull sound like this take away the lives of the lively Sonozaki sisters? This is so sad. I start shaking from the fear of realizing how easy it is for Takano to take away their lives.
Is it that amusing for you to take away innocent lives? You monster! Oh, so you want to die next? You were going to be the last one if you stayed quiet.
Keiichi, Mion, and Shion died. The oldest one alive is Rena now. Rena doesn't want to see Satoko and me die before her.
So you were the suspect of this series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa. You think you're the representative of Oyashiro-sama or something? I'm not the representative. I'm going to give the punishment. It's too bad that you're not going to see it. Oyashiro-sama is going to curse the whole village soon. But I'm going to make that happen. It's my curse. Yes, I'm going to become Oyashiro-sama. I'm going to become something more than a human. You'll never understand my view. You will never understand how wonderful it feels to become a god. I don't think that's possible. No matter how much you try to become Oyashiro-sama, it won't work. It's just a game for you. You will never become Oyashiro-sama. I will. I'm already becoming him.
Rena laughs at her. Takano seems upset to hear her laughing voice.
What's so funny? Oh, it's impossible, you dumb bitch! Because Oyashiro-sama is already here.
Those were Rena's last words.
Well, it's your turn now, Satoko-chan. I don't care if you live or die, but you're a precious living sample to us. Tokyo will reward me for capturing you alive. But you're not that valuable. All I will get is some petty cash that will buy me a trip to Europe or two. If I capture you alive, nothing good will happen to you anyway. They'll probably open your skull and check your brain while you're still alive. At least I'm your friend. I guess I can be kind and shoot you now. Which choice do you want? I can't decide that!
Satoko shouts back at her. Her eyes are full of tears.
Let's do a quiz. Broccoli or cauliflower? Which one is green? It's broccoli.
Wow. Satoko stops moving as soon as I hear that same dull sound. Fuck you. Takano smiles and says good girl to Satoko.
This is such a beautiful night. Don't you agree with me?
So, you're going to kill me?
Yes, I will kill you. The corpse of the Queen of the Infected is the key to this mission. You will become an ugly political tool far away in Tokyo. This is going to be the end of the legend of Onigafuchi.
I know how you're planning to kill me.
Oh, you do? Let me hear it.
I'm not going to say it, but I know. It's Watanagashi. She wants to do the real Watanagashi using my body. I'm sure she's planning to cut open my stomach and take out my guts. She's going to make me inhale a chemical to put me to sleep. I vaguely remember that part.
I guess you already know. Good night, Rika-chan.
One man approaches me with a handkerchief soaked in a chemical. Wait a minute, Takano.
Everyone's dead, but you're begging for your life?
No, I'm not. If you're going to kill me, do it without putting me to sleep. She didn't expect me to hear that, to hear that. Takano is surprised to hear this, but she nods with a slight smile. Hanyu is also surprised to hear that. It's obvious that that's the worst way to die.
What are you thinking? Don't you want to die easy? It's going to be horrible. I'm going to cut open your stomach while you're still alive.
Wait. I think she's going to do this to try to make it to where she's able to remember her death. Because she's not able to remember her death because of the chemicals that knock her out. So she doesn't remember it. If she forces herself to go through with experiencing this, she might be able to remember it in the next life.
I don't want to forget about it. Yes, I'm doing this so I'll remember. I'm not going to forget about this. The picture of you cutting open my stomach will be burned into my soul. I'm never going to forget that. Next time I see you, I'll remember that you did this to me. What do you have cooked up in your mind? I guess you're wiser than the other kids. At least you get to have a chance to scream for your net life. But I'm not going to let you do that. They force something other than the handkerchief inside of my mouth. It's a gag. I can't close my mouth and my saliva is starting to accumulate. Soon, another van arrives. More guys come out of the van. They're probably here to get rid of the bodies. They grab the bodies of my friends and stuff them into big bags. They spray water on the ground to clean up the blood. They ask Takano how many shots she fired and start looking for the bullets. They're erasing all the evidence. After the night is over, there will be no more proof left. They put handcuffs around my wrists and tie them up behind my back. My ankles are tied up too. They also tie my ankles and wrists together. My body is bent like a shrimp and I'm no longer able to walk. My mouth is covered so I can't even talk. I can't move, talk, or express what I want. They have taken away all of my human rights. And the worst part is that there are people like this, and it pisses me off. I'm no longer a human now. I'm just a toy named Furude Rika. A toy that gives Takano joy. The car starts moving. It seems like we're going back the way we came, but I don't care anymore. As the time of my death approaches, some of my forgotten memories come back to me. That's right. I was killed like this so many times. Every time I repeated my life, Takano got joy after killing me. Someone rubs my head. Are they trying to comfort me? I shake my head to avoid it. They laugh at me as I do that. Rika? Rika?
Anew shows up. She can't hold back her tears of devastation.
It didn't work. Once again. It's over. Again.
I see her pained face. Anew is not just a bystander. She's just too scared to face reality because she can't stand the pain anymore. Anew wants a happy future too. But she was betrayed countless times and she was hurt too much. For some reason her pained face makes me feel calm. Perhaps she's crying instead of me. It's okay, Anew. We did what we could. We worked so hard. We were getting so close to changing our fate. It still didn't work out. But, for some reason, I feel good. I've never thought this hard in my life. I've never learned so many things. Because I can repeat my life endlessly, I've been taking each life for granted. But other people are taking their lives seriously. I wasn't learning anything, because I wasn't taking life seriously. But I finally learned. I learned something from this life, and I put all my effort into it. So, I'm sad that I didn't make it, but I feel satisfied. It's a strange satisfaction. I wonder how many of these memories I can keep. I feel like I'm going to lose my memory after this evening. If that's the case, I will lose my memory of seeing Takano's face. I finally found out that Takano was the bad guy. Am I going to repeat the same world again, not knowing that Takano is the bad guy? I have hope, damn it. I have hope that you will at least remember. She killed my friends as if she were merely killing some bugs. I don't want to forget that! No matter how hard my death will be, I need to remember Takano's face. Anew, I'm not going to give up. I don't care if I can't remember this memory. I'll continue to live my life. I don't care if I can only live in this June and that eventually I will only be able to go back to the night of Watanagishi. If that's my life, so be it!
I'm not going to forget either. If you don't remember, I'll tell you the truth.
Anew, I knew it. You acted like a cold bystander, but that's because you were afraid of the pain.
I also want to have a happy future with everyone.
Aw, damn it! Anew starts to cry like a baby along with the others, fans. Damn it. She's so stupid. She decided to abandon hope because she didn't want to deal with the sadness of this night. But she's hurt and devastated anyway. Anew, are you happy that this world is ending just like you predicted? I decide not to ask that sarcastic question. The car stops and the two guys pull me out of the vehicle. We're back at the Furude Shrine. There are several men waiting in front of the offering box. There are countless sharp knives laid out on the ground. They're going to cut open my stomach with those tools and pull out my guts. They take all of my clothes off. I still have the gag inside of my mouth and the handcuffs around my wrists. I don't feel embarrassed to be naked in front of them. I mean, they're not even human if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm just furious that Takano is getting joy out of this. Don't forget this humiliation. The pain I'm about to experience should be carved into my soul forever. I'm not going to forget this. Everyone worked together and we finally revealed who was behind all this. If I forget this, my friends' efforts and deaths will have been in vain. I need to stay alive as long as I can so that I will remember the pain. Anew, don't look away. You have to watch. Remember this forever.
Is that the only thing I can do? I can't even touch or talk with anyone but you.
It's good enough. If you continue to stare at me, I can endure this pain. Anew nods and sits right next to me. He continues to cry. Then we look up at the sky. The moon is shining brightly as if it's taking pity upon me. We also look at the faces of my murderers. The moon gradually gets stained red. It's getting cold. It's so painful. I'm consumed with the fear of not being able to do anything about this. But Anew is right next to me. That gives me comfort. It's not just Anew. Everyone is here with me. Everyone is there watching me so I can stand this pain. That's why it wasn't painful. I didn't struggle. I didn't care about Takano's crazy laughter. This was such a wonderful world. We didn't defeat this fate, but I have no regrets. Of course I'm sad. I'm disappointed. My future was right in front of my eyes. My hand could almost reach it. But we did what we could. I have to be proud of myself. However, Keiji disagrees. He's still disappointed. We were almost there. We almost defeated this fate. We didn't win, but not because our enemies were strong. We didn't win because we didn't try hard enough.
But you guys worked so hard together. I was watching. I saw the whole thing.
But it wasn't enough. If we'd had a will strong enough to change this fate, the miracle should have happened.
That's right. If everyone believes, the miracle will happen.
Satoko, Rika-chama, and everyone else worked so hard.
I'm sorry, Rika. You were brave enough to talk to us, but I couldn't save you.
Satoko holds my shoulder and cries.
That's right. Everyone worked so hard, but it still didn't work out. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to die again, but I've never felt so good about it. I've learned so many things in this world. Rika-chan? I know. I know why the miracle didn't happen in this world.
Rena speaks gently, but her face is not smiling. This is lie. She's smiling.
Hey, did everyone really believe that we can make a miracle happen? The miracle is not going to happen unless everyone believes.
What are you saying, Rena? We were united. No one had doubts about defeating this fate. Right, Mion?
Right. That's right, Rena. Everyone thought we could change this fate. Everyone believed that we could change this fate. That's true. Even Rika believed in it. She finally believed that she could change her destiny with us. I believe in it too, but I think someone didn't believe. Who's that?
What? Who can it be? Anew?
Hey, you!
Rena turns to Hanyu and asks her a question.
Did you believe? Did you believe that we could defeat this fate? Even if you can't talk to us or touch us, you can still believe. If you'd believed in us, the miracle would have happened. Would something have changed if I believed? I'm a powerless existence. I can't do anything. All I can do is watch and accept. You're saying that I could have made a miracle happen if I believed?
That's right. Keiichi states it clearly. He's not trying to blame her, he's just stating the truth.
That's right. There were 6 of us, and there were 7 of them. If you'd believed with us, we would have had 7 souls. The miracle could have happened. You don't make miracles happen by touching something or saying something. You make it happen with faith.
Hanyu starts to understand that this ending was not caused by fate. It's because she didn't believe. In other words, this happened because she was so weak to accept this fate. She starts crying again.
We don't even know your name, but you still needed to be brave enough to fight this fear and pain. You needed to have the courage to defeat fate. If you'd hoped for it, we would be moving on to our bright future. But we couldn't get there because you didn't believe. It's your responsibility.
It's hard to believe that Rena is saying something so harsh. Her words are piercing Hanyu's heart. But those words are necessary for me and for her. Our faith is going to make the miracle happen. It sounds like something you might hear in a fairy tale. But it's not easy to put into action. People suspect others. They don't trust others. It's easier not to have hope. It's so difficult to believe. That's why faith can make miracles happen.
I can't even touch you. I can't even talk to you. You still think I can make a miracle happen just by believing in something? Well, you're talking to me right now. I've never talked to you before, but I always knew you were there. I was always thinking about how I could communicate with you. I knew you were always watching me when we were all together and having a good time. But even if I want to be involved, you guys can't see me or hear my voice. Wait, how the hell are you hearing my voice now? I don't know. You'll think that I'm a monster or something. I don't want people to think of me as a monster.
Well, we'd never think of you that way. If you're with us, you're our friend.
That's right. We wouldn't call our friend a monster.
It's your heart that determines whether you're a monster or not. Right, Shion? Oh, that's right. I guess I'm more like a monster in that sense.
You won't call me a monster even though I have horns on my head?
Girl, people love horns.
We won't call you a monster just because of the way you look. They're actually cute, you know.
Watch out for Rena. She might try and take you home. I realize I'm standing with everyone looking down at my own body. I see. I'm finally dead. I see my bloody body by my feet. It upsets me that Takano is still enjoying the torture, but that body is nothing but just a shell now. Are you okay, Rika-chan?
Do you think it's a bit strange to ask that question to a dead person?
Everyone smirks. I've never felt this way before. Everyone is already dead. That's why I feel so happy to be dead. To be a part of them. Suddenly the world gets darker and my body starts to sink downward. I feel myself disappearing. I still have the sensation of my friend's hands on my head. Let's go, everyone. Yeah, let's go. You're also one of us. Stop crying. Let's go. My vision has gone dark, but somehow I see Rena offers her hand to Hanyu, and Hanyu slowly takes her hand. Hanyu,
I don't know what sad experience you had before we met, but I'm sure
my friends will accept you.
Is it still going to be fun if I'm involved? Are they going to accept me?
Oh, I don't have any doubts of that.
Yes. So come with us. Rena touches Hanyu's hand. It feels like everyone is touching her hand. Or would be if they still had hands. Let's go, Hanyu. Let's accept this sorrow. We'll be happy together. You have to believe in our bright future. The miracle will happen. We will be there. Okay? Yes. Hanyu nods at us. Damn it. What's outside of the well? Is it something worth fighting for? What's outside of the well? Is it something worth getting hurt for? What's outside of the well? I'm going to fight and get hurt in order to find that out. I'm sure what's waiting is a beautiful world, even if I get to the bottom of the well again. The key to the new world is my willingness to get out of here. Even if I can get out or not, I will eventually get to the new world. Damn you, Higurashi. Okay. That seems like a really good way to set it up for the final chapter. I'm not entirely sure what to call this. With Umineko had episodes. I don't even know what to... I'm not even entirely sure what I can call these. This, by far, revealed pretty much everything. I really, really, really hope. I just really hope for that bright future. I hope I get to see that. At least hope to get a glimpse of it. In summary, fuck you, Takano, and god damn you, Okanogi. Ugh. Damn you, Ryukishi. Ryukishi, you're awful. Oh my god. And I swear, I mean that in a good way. Damn you, Ryukishi.
Stop making me feel. I hate it. Higurashi, they cry. Well, hopefully Hanyu gets to... Oh. Interesting. Emergency Manual Number 1. If the patient is confirmed terminal L5, the head of the facility must control the situation before the L5 starts engaging in antisocial behavior. Be sure to keep it hidden from the public. The head of the facility may request backup in order to maintain the secret. Interesting. The secret maintenance team may request permission to fire from the head of the facility if needed. The living capture of L5 is preferred, but if it threatens the maintenance of secrecy, L5 may be killed. The protection of the secret and the prevention of detection are the main priorities at all times. However, the protection of the secret must be prioritized over preventing detection. Emergency Manual Appendix 9 FAQ. Question. Can Emergency Manual Number 34 be applied if an outbreak of L5 happens, putting matters beyond the control of the Secret Protection Unit? Also, is the head of the facility responsible for making a decision of whether the situation is out of control or not? Answer. Yes. Question. If there has been an accident and the toxic chemical, the H171s, is exposed to the public, can Emergency Manual Number 34 be applied? Yes. If there's been an accident and the nature of the facility is revealed to the public, the Secret Protection Unit will take steps to get the situation under control. However, if the information is spread out too widely, can Emergency Manual Number 34 be applied? Also, is the head of the facility responsible for making that call? Emergency Manual Number 34. Yes. Okay, question. The decision to execute Emergency Manual Number 34 must be carefully determined and sanctioned by an official. However, in an emergency, does the head of the facility have the right to make the final decision? A. The execution of Emergency Manual Number 34 must be sanctioned by an official at all times. However, the head of the facility may petition the urgency its use to an official. Emergency Manual Number 34. What is this? Reproduction or removal of this document is prohibited. You must have approval to read this manual. This manual is only to be executed upon the approval of an official. It must be carefully considered. The officials must sanction the execution as soon as possible. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want to go any further. Wait. Okay. Does Emergency Manual Number 34. It mentions how it was earlier, they were talking about procedures, and they all seem to reference 34. And it mentions something about an outbreak or information getting out too widely. Is Emergency Manual Number 34 the Hinamizawa disaster? If the situation degenerates out of control, and the official exceeds that this is the case, the Erie institution must make the final decision in order to protect the secret and prevent its detection by others. The following is the plan for the final resolution. Termination of all patients above L2. Destruction of all evidence inside the facility. Concealment of the execution of this manual. The manual must be executed by the head of the facility within 48 hours of the incident. If the facility leader is not available, the acting chief will execute the manual. The head of the facility may request the chief as a backup upon execution. If this manual is expected to be executed, the chief may issue the preliminary orders. Final resolution must be executed in following steps. 1. Close off all available traffic routes and disguise the incident as a Oh my god! Oh my god! Disguise the incident as a natural gas disaster. The traffic unit must be disguised as the police and quarantine the Hinamizawa area from the outside. The official explanation must be that there is a gas disaster within the area. The equipment for the operation will be stored at a vacant lot where Yagaochi Quarry used to be. The equipment must be routinely checked for usage. Trespassers and runaways who don't comply with instructions may be shot. The approval to use firearms is given by the Chief of the Secret Protection Unit to the Chief of the Traffic Unit. Shutting down communications. The communication unit must be shut down all communications, including radio in the Hinamizawa area. They must take care not to be suspected, and the communications must be cut off from a minimum amount of time. The communications facility is inside the closed traffic zone, so any civilians inside may be shot. The Chief of the Secret Protection Unit may give approval for the use of force to the Chief of the Communication Unit. Assembling the infected. The Secret Protection Unit must assemble the infected in the disaster shelter. Refer to the appendix for instructions for assembly. Upon assembly, the unit must count the number of the infected and confirm that everyone is there. Be sure not to let the infected reveal the true nature of the gas disaster. The infected must not take any large personal belongings with them. However, they may take their valuables, including bank books and cash. The infected who refuse to assemble may be shot, but the Chief of the Secret Protection Unit must make a careful decision to do so. Terminating the infected. The Secret Protection Unit must immediately terminate all of the infected once they are all assembled. Ensure that they are not suspicious of the disguise. Also, be sure to act morally in front of them. If any problems occur, the unit has approval to fire their weapons. The Chief of the Secret Protection Unit must make that decision. Bodies with gunshot wounds should not be mixed up with those that have been poisoned. Concealment of the facility. The Facility Concealment Unit must collect the secret items. Refer to the 193 items in the appendix in the facility in order to conceal the evidence. Refer to the appendix for detailed instructions. The research staff in the facility must assist with the operation. The unit must pay attention since they will be handling a number of toxic items. The concealment area must be blockaded completely. The airproof door must be welded shut and the underground area must be flooded. The entrance to the area must be welded shut and concealed. The concealment area must be completely wiped away within 3 years. The Facility Concealment Unit must eliminate all civilians who try to come near the facility. The use of firearms is not permitted except in emergencies. The Chief of the Secret Protection Unit may give the order to fire. Searching the village. The Secret Protection Unit must search the whole village for any survivors. Any person who was not present during the assembly must be searched out. Any survivors found after the termination of the infected may be shot immediately. However, if the survivor is willing to surrender, do not shoot, and take him into the custody of the Secret Protection Unit. The Secret Protection Unit must terminate the captive, using the same method as for the other infected. Okay, so what? No, just fucking shoot them and just... What's the point of giving them false hope if they're just going to kill them anyway? That's just extremely unnecessarily cruel. Go fuck yourselves. Transferring the operation to the General Unit. Transfer the job to the General Unit of the Disaster Recovery Team. Make sure not to arouse suspicion. Complete withdrawal. After the completion of all operations, the Secret Protection Unit will leave the Hinamizawa area. They must be careful not to be suspected by the General Unit. The facility must be guarded until the secret area is totally destroyed. The Queen and the Infected. It is assumed that the pathogen has the same characteristics as creatures such as ants. There is a Queen of the Infected, just like there is a Queen Ant, and this position has been passed down in the Furude family. This assumption is made based on the legends and ancient writings that have been passed on within the village. The infected tend to protect the Queen, and that is already confirmed. However, also, the Queen of the Infected can only survive within the village. Probability of outbreak. The regular patients will become ill when they travel far away from the Queen. It's assumed that the further and longer they're away from the Queen, the higher their chance of getting sick. One's emotional state is also a great factor. Emotionally unstable patients may experience greater symptoms of homesickness. The most effective method to control the illness is Takano's emotional stability exercise. But if the patient shows no progress, returning to the home of the Queen is the only resolution. About the terminal patients. The terminal patients will suffer from an extreme persecution complex. They will be incapable of functioning within society. Cases of arson and murder have been confirmed. They may present severe problems for the troops. The records show that terminal patients appear even in Hinamizawa, and they will not recover even if they relocate near the Queen. Therefore, the decision must be made promptly. It's recommended to quarantine the infected before they start behaving irregularly. The troops must search for the soldiers from Hinamizawa and keep them under the observation of the physicians. The destruction of the infected groups. If the queen of the infected dies, it's predicted that whole groups of infected will go critical all at once. The terminal symptoms will start showing within 24 hours at the earliest and 48 hours at the latest. For that reason, the final resolution must be made within 48 hours. Based on the size of the village, neither the police nor the military police may be able to take control of the chaos they may bring. Special forces must be prepared to take charge of the situation in case of an emergency. January, the 20th year of the Showa era. Attention, Colonel Koizumi. From Takano Hifumi. Takano! Oh wait, Takano is probably just, I keep forgetting. Okay, Japan, they do the last name first and the first name last. So that must be maybe like Takano's dad, maybe, or mother, or some. I'm gonna go with dad. June 23rd, the 58th year of the Showa era. 58 document 420. Blaze it. Equipment Testing Company Commander number 733. Equipment Testing Company Commander number 733 must be on standby with the mission equipment within 24 hours. The company commander must thoroughly study Emergency Manual number 34. Select the personnel carefully, prioritizing the protection of secrecy. Also, test the effectiveness of the vaccine with the support of the National Research Center of Infectious Diseases. Employ those with positive immunity. June 23rd, the 58th year of the Showa era. 58, document 711. Good store. Attention Equipment Testing Company Commander number 733. The National Research Center of Infectious Diseases. Infectious Pathogen Department, Suite 13. Official seal omitted. About the Hinamizawa Syndrome. This is information regarding the Hinamizawa Syndrome. The Hinamizawa Syndrome is an infectious disease caused by a virus. There are no special symptoms, but the patient gets ill when their emotional state becomes unstable, or if the queen of the infected dies. The main symptoms of the illness are hallucinations and emotional instability, especially an extreme persecution complex. The patients will not be aware of their own emotional instability. You can only determine the illness based on abnormal terminal behavior. In many cases, the patients engage in antisocial behavior, which is the biggest problem of this syndrome. Their behavior is caused by a hormonal factor, and this disease mainly affects the mind, as opposed to the body. In the end, the patients will experience extreme irritation in their lymph nodes, and they will scratch their throat or wrists. This is the only symptom that is recognized by the patient. About the virus control. This is an attention notice for virus control. The pathogen is an airborne infectious disease virus. There's no effective prevention method, and inoculation is required. After the mission is over, the staff members must take a medical exam, and those with positive test results must come forward. Be cautious when interacting with the infected villagers. Even after inoculation, any contact with their bodily fluids will cause the infection. Do not directly contact the villagers. What the hell is this music? Someone tell me, please. If assumed infected, individuals must use the testing syringe and test themselves for the disease. If you feel an extreme irritation in your lymph nodes, it's likely you have terminal symptoms. Get tested immediately in that case. If the test result comes out positive, inject the treatment medication C120. If the irritation persists after 10 minutes, use a second injection. If there's still no change in symptoms, seek treatment at HQ. Do not use C120 if your test results are not positive. If used on a healthy body, the symptoms of high fever, rashes, dilated pupils, and hallucination will be seen within 10 minutes. If this occurs, one must get treated at HQ. The government officials explain the situation in a luxurious meeting room adorned with a marble table and crystal ashtrays. The chief cabinet secretary is in a panic. He's never heard of any of this before. It's no surprise that he's shocked. One girl's death is going to drive 2,000 villagers into a rage. It's surprising enough to know the disease like that exists. On top of that, it was secretly researched for military purposes, and now there's a horrific situation because of the embezzlement of the facility leader.
I've never heard of such a dangerous disease. There's no cure for it?
No. According to the National Research Center, they have recently found a method of treatment for the infected, but they're still not capable of giving that treatment to the whole village. The whole population of the village is going to become terminally ill within the next 24 to 48 hours. This is going to be a disaster. The danger of the Hinamizawa syndrome is explained over and over again to the chief secretary. He doesn't have anything else to ask. But that doesn't mean that he can accept everything. He can't believe that the only way to control the situation is to kill all 2,000 infected villagers.
I understand the urgency, but I can't give approval to kill the whole population of the village! Why was this disease being secretly studied like this anyway? Isn't this the responsibility of those who are funding the research? Such dangerous research is not going to cause any profit to this country. This is the 58th year of Showa, for crying out loud.
According to the document, they intentionally delayed the extermination of the disease so they'd have more time to study it. On top of that, this chaos was caused by a single researcher? This is an act of terrorism. This is terror of Tokyo. They better take responsibility for this. Wipe away those who are still haunted by the ghost of the war. It's time to clean up the corruption within Tokyo. We will discuss the responsibility issues in due time, but we must make a prompt decision about this. A man standing by the window slowly turns around and opens his mouth. Prime Minister, please, give us your decision.
What happens if I don't approve the final resolution?
Well, almost 100% of the population in the village will have terminal symptoms within 36 hours. They will be overcome by a persecution complex and they will begin behaving erratically. Suicide, murder, arson, robbery, and rape are some of the things we predict will happen. There will be no peace and order in the village. It probably won't stay within the village, but spread throughout the area. As a result, the whole world will discover this disaster. Sooner or later, they will find out about this mysterious disease. This will be a great advantage for the opposition during the next elections. Tokyo will also disapprove of the Prime Minister. You need their approval in order to make your political plans come true. More than anything, the government might reveal that the secret research was conducted for military purposes. If this happens, this country will have a crisis of trust.
What if I approve the final resolution?
Well, we'll be disguising this as a natural disaster, so the opposition may still attack us for our blunder. However, they will not discover the existence of this mysterious disease. If this secret is revealed to the world, we will lose the initiative among the Asian nations.
The support from the other nations is a necessity for us. If we lose their trust, the opposition will definitely come into power after the next elections. Japan will be finished!
According to the simulation, the balance of power will shift drastically if the second and third parties form a coalition government. The whole world will blame this nation. We will be suspected by the United Nations for developing NBC weaponry. Wait, biochemical. I forgot the N stands for. Our neighboring countries will start to bash us, and we will lose our diplomatic relations. The government of this country will be burned to the ground.
We'll lose all of our allies' trust.
Shit. So this is not just a problem of several 100,000 people who live around the Hinamazari area, huh? But
it's too difficult to cover up 2,000 casualties!
We must prevent the public from knowing that this country was secretly researching biological weapons. I guess I need to wipe the ass of the ghost of war.
Are you sure this resolution can be done secretly?
If this mission goes public, this will become a great scandal. A greater scandal than the research itself. Yes, it will be kept secret, except for when somebody creates a visual novel discussing our secrets.
What the hell are you talking about, Scandi? I don't know.
There are special secret protection units working on this case. They are trained specifically for situations like this. You have nothing to worry about.
I've never heard of a mission like this, but it's basically slaughter by gas, correct? I had no idea there were units specifically trained for that.
In order to know how to protect themselves from a gas attack, they must know what gas warfare is about.
In order to know how to fight against an enemy using gas, they must know how to slaughter by gas also. The equipment research unit is prepared for any kind of attack. He sighs slightly. He can't tell what's moral and immoral anymore. Wasn't there some woman that we were supposed to go punish? We might just go talk to her. I believe that she might be the one responsible for all this. Oh, that's Hager!
Is any research justified if they're doing it to fight against evil? But that's what being prepared is all about. Some evils must be accepted as necessity. The Eerie Institution was one of such evils. You must make a secret decision in order to keep the research secret.
But proving this is going to make us guilty. Are you sure the information will not leak from the unit members? That will not happen. The members are carefully selected from a group of men with high loyalty. We've never performed an operation such as this, but they are highly experienced and the secret will not leak from the unit. They're an assassination unit, huh? Prime Minister, please give us approval to execute Emergency Manual number 34. Director General, are you sure this operation will succeed? Are you sure we can successfully control the situation? Can you assure minimum casualties? Yes, sir. And by minimum, I mean I'm going to kill them all. The preliminary order is in, and they're all prepared. We will execute the mission as soon as we get your approval. I can't give approval to slaughter 2,000 innocent civilians. However, as a Prime Minister, I have an obligation to minimize the number of casualties. I understand your dilemma. Director General, please make the best effort to minimize the number of victims. If the 2,000 people can't be treated, please do what's best to prevent additional victims. Yes, sir. Thank you for your approval. I'm so excited. That's why I'm saying this very loudly. Okay, let's go kill people. Ha ha! That guy, I never did like that guy. He gets too excited about killing people. Ain't that right, Jimmy over there? Jimmy? Oh, god damn it, he's already killing the next dog. Why does he keep doing that? Damn you. We'll return with positive results. That's if you can call 2,000 deaths a positive result. Oh, Kuno-kun, please set up a meeting with Tokyo soon. I must hear their explanation directly from them. Yes, sir. By the way, did they arrest the facility leader Eerie? No. He committed suicide by taking poison. He was in a rage that his research was being cancelled. He felt as if his life itself was being denied. But no one really knows what made him commit such a horrific crime. The execution of Emergency Manual number 34 is approved. June 23rd, 58th year of the Showa era. Prime Minister. Director General, the Defense Agency. For logistical reasons, you may not bring any large items with you. You cannot carry any luggage. I repeat, you cannot carry any luggage. You may only carry valuable items such as bank books and cash. Please do not use your own vehicles to evacuate. It will cause confusion. It's the middle of the night. Countless villagers are walking outside toward their deaths. Some of them are locking up their houses. Some of them are watering their plants, and some of them are piling up dog food on their dog's plate. Small children are crying in fear. The elders in the village are screaming out and counting the villagers. The village was supposedly isolated after volcanic gas gushed out from the mountains. The number of policemen and military soldiers in the village, and also the strong smell of the sulfur, dispel any doubt that people might have had. The religious elders are convinced that this is the curse of Furute Rika, who passed away the day before. They believe that Oyashiru-sama is enraged and that the door to hell is open. Soldiers with gas masks guide the villagers to the evacuation center. Why do your soldiers have guns? We brought these in order to protect your houses after you were all evacuated. We expect looting to take place. No one in Hinamizawa would do something like that. This is platoon number 1. Evacuation's on schedule. Roger that. We'll send our platoon.
Excuse me, do I need to take my grandfather's... Wait, excuse me, I need to take my grandfather's mortuary tablet.
You may take that with you. Please hurry up. Make sure everyone in the village is here. Please come forward if you're unable to walk. A soldier will come and help you. Walk to your death.
Oyashiro-sama is angry because Rika-chama was murdered. Oyashiro-sama, please forgive our sins. Evacuate like we've done in our drills. The group leaders need to contact the village officials with everyone in your group is here. The poison is coming out from the Onigafuji swamp. Oyashiro-sama is angry. There are so many of us here. We'll never make it out of here. Let me die in this village.
Oh, you're gonna die. Don't worry. Don't worry. The helicopters and buses are on their way to transport everyone. You'll be safe. Alright, let's get to killing them.
Wait, what?
Everyone, gather in the Forestry Service field office. Not the people from District 4. You're supposed to go to the community center behind the post office.
This is exactly the same as the emergency drill. Please calm down and go to your evacuation point. Please move as a group. Every person matters. Please stay with your group. You will come home safely. The villagers can't see the expressions under the soldiers' gas masks. They wonder what kind of faces they have under the masks. They are lying to the villagers, knowing that they will never come back to their homes again. One of the troopers cries under his mask, but the villagers never see his tears. Oh.
Please go back. You can't take your own vehicle to evacuate. There is gas ahead of the village, and it's extremely dangerous. Can't you smell the sulfur?
Some people try to leave in their car so they can take large items with them. However, the traffic unit is blocking their way out. The gas masks of the troopers and the smell of the sulfur persuade them to return and obey their instructions. Okay, so there are people that don't want to do this. Okay, that's good to know that not all of them are the mountain hounds, thankfully. Some of them try to contact Okinomiya, but the phones will not connect. The line is busy no matter how many times they try. They assume that the lines are overwhelmed because of the disaster. Some of them are capable of using the radio. They try to figure out the situation outside the village, but all they can hear is a loud static noise. It's the same with the TV. They can't contact anyone outside the village, so they are totally isolated. There's nothing but the instructions of the police and the military to rely on. They all head toward the death, the light, never doubting that they will be safe there. One old war veteran listens to the noise from the radio and mutters, "It's exactly how it sounded when the Americans interrupted the radio during the war." He's absolutely right. However, he turns off the radio when his son urges him to evacuate. The villagers are gathered at their evacuation points. Some of them are in the school and some of them are in the community center. They are to stay in the building until the transportation vehicle arrives. The soldiers tell them to stay inside so they can keep track of the number of evacuees.
Please close all of the windows to prevent gas poisoning. We will seal the windows to be on the safe side. Please cooperate with us.
Okay, let's help them! People start to seal all the windows and vents with the duct tape handed out by the troops. They completely seal every opening even as they hear the disquieting conversation of the soldiers. It's now past 3 a.m., but everyone is wide awake with fear. They were having an extremely long night. Ironically, the end of their night is almost here. This is all Oyashiro-sama's curse! Rika-chama, Rika-chama! Oyashiro-sama, Oyashiro-sama! Oyashiro-sama demoned away those kids in the Furude Shrine because he's angry. The Furude Shrine was swallowed by the world of the demons that day. The demons ate her organs. They start saying that the gas disaster was caused by the curse of Oyashiro-sama, and Rika's death and the mysterious disappearance of her friends and the detectives are also the result of the curse. People start talking about being demoned away. They have no idea that Keiichi and his friends' short battle sealed their fate for this night. The religious people are convinced that the children and detectives went missing because they volunteered to become a sacrifice to calm Oyashiro-sama's anger after Rika's death. They don't know the truth. They can't know. No one realizes that Keiichi and his friends' efforts are now in vain. That's right. In Hinamizawa, everything is caused by Oyashiro-sama. Why does it have to be this way? Before the series of mysterious deaths occurred in the village, no one really used the term the curse of Oyashiro-sama that frequently. Who set this village up? People in this village were set up to believe that the curse of Oyashiro-sama happens every year. They are too superstitious.
Major, we have finished gathering the villagers. The last family finally reached the assembly point. We got everyone.
Good. This is it. The curse of Oyashiro-sama is becoming a reality tonight. We're drifting away. Furude Rika's Orkins Oyashiro-sama is punishing this village. The curses of the past 5 years are culminating in the biggest punishment of all. This is not just a mysterious chain of murders. This is a punishment from an enraged god. Get it started.
This is the company commander. Let's give them 1 minute of silence. Major, will you please give us 1 minute?
Do what you like.
Takano laughs at him. The company commander makes the sign of the cross and talks.
Dear Heavenly Father, please guide these innocent people. The sacrificial act will save the lives of many others to come. Please forgive us for committing this sin. Please forgive us for being here today.
You fucking caused it! The company commander is not a Christian. He doesn't follow any religion. However, he prays because he feels the need to ask someone for forgiveness. It's your fault that this is even happening! Sorry, he probably doesn't even know, or maybe he really does, I don't know. The fact that Takano's there automatically makes me assume that they know what they're doing and they did this intentionally. He's not sure if he's saying it right, but he still prays to God. He asks for forgiveness. He asks forgiveness for committing this sin. He continues to pray. Takano is speaking in a soft voice. She's talking to herself.
For ye not know what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have not suffered his house broken into. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh.
One guy hears her mutter.
That's from the Gospel of Matthew. Is it?
Oh, is it? My grandfather always told me that. He was telling me to work hard every day because you'll never know when you will be rewarded.
Is this a reward for you?
Yes. I'm a terrible person, don't you get it? Although you may never understand this.
Excuse my rudeness, but I believe the descent of God is a merciful thing. I think what you're saying is inappropriate for a time like this.
He tells her that using that verse for the Bible is not appropriate for this time. However, Takano laughs at him.
I'm sorry, but you have no right to judge. I'm becoming a god tonight.
The moment of silence is over.
The silence is finally over.
Execute the operation now.
The order is as hollow and reluctant as any order can possibly be. People are packed in the classroom. They're afraid. The troopers close the door of the classroom. The people don't understand why they are doing this. They don't even feel any suspicion. One old guy walks up to the door to open it, because it's too hot inside the room. However, he collapses suddenly. His wife tries to walk up to him and help him, but she also collapses all of a sudden. Then, other people also start collapsing inside of the room. It's very strange. How can this be explained? This would be so amusing if they were dominoes, but they are humans. People sitting by the window see the strange event happening. They open their eyes and try to understand what is going on. The door opens slightly and someone throws 3 spray cans into the room. More people start to collapse, even the people who are watching them. This is not something that's going on only in this room. The same thing is happening in other rooms too. It is going on in all the evacuation centers. People's dreams, their hopes, their futures are taken away so easily and quickly. By one ruthless, terrible, scum-sucking bitch. There's a commotion in the reception room by the principal's office. Someone figured out what's going on, broke the seal of the window and ran outside the room. Other people try to peel off the seal too, but they collapse in a matter of seconds.
Units from the deceptive room. 4 people are loose. You have approval to fire. Shoot, shoot, shoot!
The soldiers shoot the people who tried to escape in the back. The sound of the gunshots echoes in the silence. The noise is so cruel. They helplessly fall down on the ground. Their death is so pitiful compared to the silent deaths of the others. The local police officer was one of the victims. He tries to shoot back at them with his gun. His shots can be heard throughout the building. The soldiers hide in the shadows as they hear the noise. The officer seized his chance and runs away toward the gate, but this is just a waste of time. The range of their automatic weapons is longer than the length of the school field, and they are trained professionals. It's nothing to them to shoot him from a distance. They have no choice. Either they die from the gas without realizing that they're being killed, or they find out about the mission and are shot.
What happened? Did they fight back? What's wrong?
We shot all the fugitives. One of the local policemen shot back. Collect those bodies. Do not mix them up with the other corpses. The soldiers walk to the 4 fallen bodies. They need to make sure that they are all dead, not injured. This is Platoon 1. We finished the termination. 4 escaped and they were killed. This is Platoon 2. We finished the termination. No one escaped. This is Platoon 3. More than 10 escaped. We're currently sweeping them out. It'll be over soon.
This is Platoon 4. We finished the termination. No one escaped.
This is Platoon 3. We've killed all 13 fugitives. Termination is completed. Roger. Start counting the bodies. Make sure the total matches the original number taken earlier tonight. Takano is laughing alone inside the vehicle. Takano didn't physically see the people dying silently, but she saw it. She saw countless people dying without realization. She saw it in her mind. Takano waves her arms in the air. No one is watching her, but no one would understand what she's doing even if they saw her. She is waving her baton. She pretends that she's the conductor of this silent funeral march. Major, we've completed the termination. We're going to reconnect the phone lines.
Sure, go ahead.
This is the facility concealment unit. We've taken all the secret items and welded the entrance shut. We're currently flooding the underground facility. This is the traffic unit. Everything is proceeding as scheduled. This is the communication unit. We reconnect the phone lines. The phone facility is back to normal. Takano is not paying attention to those reports. She continues to sing the melody of the orchestra. One operator asks her, "You seem to be in a good mood."
Oh, sure. I feel so good. I bet you can't hear this. This hymn that glorifies God.
Him? Takano laughs loudly, spreading her arms open wide. My god, she is a bona fide psychopath.
That's right, the hymn! A new god has descended to this village. There was no god in Hinamizawa. Oyashiru-sama was just a name. This was a rural village with no real god. But I brought a god back to this place. Do you understand what that means? I bet you don't. How many gods in this world have the power to curse people? How many of them can challenge people? None of them. But I did it.
Takano laughs as if she's the only one who understands what she's saying. None of the operators inside the car can understand her laughter. Takano is satisfied to know that they don't understand her.
A god is not a god without a curse. Gods are feared because of their curse, and they're worshipped because they're feared. That's the truth about the gods. If faith is what creates a god, then there's no need for a curse. But the ancient gods all cursed humans. What is the gods' curse? It's the proof of being a real god. The gods are not gods if they don't curse people. I found evidence of the existence of God in this poor village. I thought this was a message from heaven. Hinamizawa was without a god for 100 years until the end of the dam conflict. I believed it was my mission to revive the god's existence in this village. Heaven supported me and gave me great powers. Heaven has blessed me with a chance to create the curse. All those incidents became the fruit of the curse. Do you understand? Tonight is the night of the harvest. This is the final curse of the god. From this day onward, Oyashiro-sama will be a real god. You may not see it now, but you will understand someday. You'll see how great this plan was. This night is going to be a legend. God curses. I make that curse happen. I'm the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Worship me and be fearful of me. Oh my god, what the hell? What is with this woman?
I don't know, Chief. We're just following orders at this point. I'm scared. Shut up!
I'm creating not only death, I'm writing history. History will speak of the curse and remember my existence forever. I'm the curse itself. I'm beyond this flesh. My legend will endure forever. Beyond my life. My life is eternal now. Curse yourselves and curse your powerlessness. Realize how great I am. I'm Oyashiro-sama. I'm a god now. My flesh may die eventually, but I'll remain in this world forever.
Fuck!
Damn. You got some new tips! Oh god, just fucking hell. Fucking hell, got a new tip! Oh. The scenario jump mode has been unlocked. This game features a scenario jump mode. You may replay any scenario you completed before from the start menu on the main title screen. No! The tips reading room has been unlocked. You can now read the tips you've obtained so far. To view them, select extra on the title menu. The staff room has been unlocked. This is a thank you message for purchasing the game. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Whoa. New title. I'll read all the tips. Oh, god damn it. Oh, wait. The end of a puzzle game. Here we go. I guess Rika got all the pieces to her puzzle. But we don't know if her memories will pass on to the next life. Rika loses the memory of her death. I don't know if she can keep the memory of what she has found out. What did you think? Did you have fun?
No!
Once you found out the answers to these pieces, collecting them is not that fun anymore. You don't agree? That's right. You still might not see something different by examining some old pieces. You might still see something different. After all, the time we have is endless. We have to find something to play with because there's nothing to do here. Playing with the pieces stops being fun once I find out what's inside. But if you can tell me how to have fun with it even so, you're pretty smart. What? You want to know what I play with? I don't play. I'm just killing my time. I like to imagine what Rika could have done in order to get the life she hopes for. I imagine a world that would have been happy for all of them. You found out how these worlds are set up by looking at the previous world, right? I'd like to analyze what would need to change in order for Rika to win against Takano. You want to see what's on my mind? Too bad. I'm not showing that to you. In that world, Rika and her friends survived their struggle, and broke the fate of June the 58th year of the Showa era. It's just my imagination. It's not for me to share with you. I'm sure the world that Rika is about to create is better than my imagination. Even if she's stuck in the 19th of the June of the 58th year of the Showa era, her ending will be the best piece of her worlds. No matter how much she struggles, if she actually overcomes that, it will be the best piece of the story. I'm sure the life Rika lives will be a better story than my boring imagination. You want to know what happened to Rika? She made a decision to redo her life once again with Anew. She is trying to live her life with all of her energy. That's what she learned from this world. The next life has already started. I wonder what that life is like. I'm going there now to check on it. You want to come with me? I wouldn't not mind that. Oh, that's probably the... I guess that's the entrance to the final story, which Matsuri Bayashi, I think that's the name of it. Alright, holy fuck. I may as well just go in and just keep going. What kind of staff room do we got here? Hello, this is Ryukishi 07. Oh, hi. I hate you, but I also love you. Thank you for enjoying the Higurashi when they cry Minagoroshi. Oh, I fucking loved it. I hate myself, but I love it. This scenario is almost like the answer page of the Book of Riddles. I guess it was like a side dish that you can read with the other scenarios. You know what? I've never really met Ryukishi. I don't know what he sounds like, kind of. Mostly because I've been trying to avoid anything like that. For the time being, I want to finish Higurashi before I even think about that. But you know what? I may as well just give you the Oishi. You may take it the way you like. I hope you enjoyed it. I was very nervous about releasing this scenario because the mystery is only good when it's still a mystery. This scenario was going to be the end of the mystery. To be honest, I didn't want to release this chapter for a while. However, way too many similar stories are being published with no answers. The Book of Riddles means nothing if there's no answer page. It's sad to come up with an answer if you have no way to see if it's right or not. If there's no answer, you can't get any joy out of reading the Book of Riddles. I regret to see there are way too many stories out there that don't offer the joy of solving the problem. That's why I decided to release something you can compare your answer with for the series. Since there was a huge twist in the stories, I assume not too many people got the right answer. I think it's not about whether your answer was right or wrong. It's more about how many problems you found in the story and how many answers you were able to find. Thank you very much for the inferences that you have given me. They were all wonderful inferences, but some of them were so great that it made me want to make that the true answer. Oh, really? Also, your support has given me courage to finish writing the 7th chapter of this series. Thank you very much for supporting Higurashi. Finally, I would like to apologize about how I portrayed the Child Consultation Center. I don't know how it was in the 58th year of the Showa era, but the Child Consultation Center is not a mean place like I depicted in my story. I made the characters look so evil, but in reality, the government today is the #1 hero to us civilians. In fact, the people who work for the Child Consultation Center and Youth Education are all passionate and generous. I'm sorry for giving those people a negative image in this chapter. No, I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, it wasn't totally inaccurate. The next chapter, Matsuri Bayashi, is going to be the last chapter of the series. I'm overwhelmed by the pressure of writing the last chapter of Higurashi When They Cry, which turned out to be such a long story. Please continue to give me your support. Thank you very much. 7th expansion, Ryukishi 7. Well, of course. You're a masterful story writer. I fucking love your tales. Damn. Well, guys, with that, we have finished Minagoroshi. Now, what was that? No. Was that about the, jump? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Alright, guys. Holy fuck. Wait, did you say I had to hit start? Oh, there it is. Oh. Hey. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, guys. That is where I am going. Well, that's where I'm going to end it. Alright, guys. It looks like we have finished the chapter Minagoroshi. Now, I'm pretty sure that there are people that are wondering if I'm going to go jump straight into Matsuri Bayashi immediately. And unfortunately, for some people, the answer is no. However, I will be promising that there's not going to be a year-long wait. There is another Let's Play that I do have planned after this. However, whichever series I finish first, their Matsuri Bayashi will be put into a sort of #1 category, which means it's going to be put there alongside, you know, the titles like Fata Morgana, Code Vein. It's going to be put in that category, which means that usually if, I'm not entirely sure how long Dies Irae is, or Trails in the Sky, or how long the game that's coming after this is going to be. I imagine that it's going to be actually shorter than Dies Irae, because I've heard that some people say that it's lasts like 60, 80 hours long. I'm like, fuck me, that's kind of crazy. But, regardless of what I finish first, I'm imagining that the Let's Play that I have planned for after this, I'm going to be finishing that first. But I'm going to let you guys know immediately after the next LP, we're going straight back into Matsuri Bayashi. We're going to fucking finish this. And there will not be a year-long wait. Because I hate making people wait. I really do. But then again, Manga Gamer took too long to give a fucking voice patch, so you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep on going with my own voices for this. And I finally found a way to differentiate all the character voices for once.
Oh wait, not everybody sounds exactly the same. You know what I'm talking about. It's starting to get really annoying that we can't differentiate them. That's what I'm starting to wonder, honestly.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this. My head fucking hurts a lot. Fuck you, Takano. I'm going to see if there's actually some pretty good fan art of her getting her shit kicked in. I'm actually not going to look that up because I really don't want any spoilers or anything like that for what the final, part is. I'm just making a joke. Is it wrong for me to want to take out my rage? This one just made me, that fucking Takano, fuck you! Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go cry. Hello there everybody, Sabato92 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.